the Duval Homestead, and today I'm going to show you how we built our custom garage shelf. We wanted to build a shelf in our garage because we needed storage. We especially wanted to put some food items out here. Our garage is located right next to our kitchen, so it made a lot of sense to store some dry food out here, some canned goods, and also those staple items like toilet paper, paper towels. We didn't want those taking up any space inside the house. When we moved into this house, this garage had some really flimsy shelving on the side of the wall behind me. So we decided to make this shelf unit ourselves because it's just such a waste of space, and it's really important to us to use all of the space we can in our garage, as I'm sure it is to most people. And we were surprised at how easy this shelf was to make. We do a lot of DIY projects, but I would not say that we are professional woodworkers, although my husband is pretty darn good. But it only took him about 4 hours to get this shelf done once he already had the wood. And he basically just made it up himself. So I want to show you how he did that and why this works out so well. So a few key items that make this shelf so successful are, first, that it's custom to what we needed. So a couple of things that we needed that are probably unique to us, or maybe they are for you too, are a space for chicken feed. We have this big tub here of chicken food, so we needed this hole in the shelf that was tall enough to fit this entire tub of chicken feed. And we also wanted it to be at the height such that when I reach into the container every single day for the chicken food, I'm able to just reach very comfortably to get that food every single day, so I don't have to reach far or anything. So some measurements needed to be done to identify at what height that area of the shelf needed to be in order for me to be able to reach chicken feed. The other thing we wanted to store here was toilet paper and paper towels and bulk items, the stuff that we get from Costco. And one key that we realized was if you're going to stack really tall things on a shelf, you want to make sure that you kind of build some walls up around the items so that they don't tip over. So we did that. Also, we put wheels on the bottom of the shelf so the whole thing can roll in and out, which is super convenient because below me there are several more shelves that I can't really reach right now, but those are for items like paint and some things that we don't use on the weekly basis. So we can just pull the shelf out when we need them and put them back. And again, if you're gonna pull the shelf out, things might tip over, so that's why it's important to have kind of those walls put up. So we built the shelf with a very functional mindset, and it's worked very well, I have to say. So if you're interested, I made a video a few weeks ago on my channel called Pantry Organization in our farmhouse, and I talked about what we keep in our pantry inside the house versus outside, and I go into detail what's in this pantry. So I'm not gonna go into detail now, but if you are interested in seeing how we organize these food items, go check out that video. I'll leave a link to the video in the description below this one. So my husband John was the one who primarily worked on this shelf, so he is going to do a write-up on this, and I will have it posted on my blog with all the details. So if you wanna do something like this yourself, you should be able to check that out and get a lot of ideas and kind of our tips, what we learned, the tools we used, and all the materials and details in the blog post. So I'm just going to give you an overview, but I will share a few of the processes and tips in this video to see if this is something that you would even be interested in doing. So first we looked around in the garage and identified where we would find a shelf to be most efficient. And of course, this was the area that we chose. We mapped it out on an iPad, the dimensions and kind of what we expected that it would look like. And then we started measuring, like I said, for the chicken feed and for other items that are bigger or smaller. We started measuring what would make sense for the shelving unit. Then we went to Home Depot and bought 2x4 pine wood, laid it all out on the floor in the garage, and started getting the tools ready. This was really quite easy after we had the wood purchased and the designs drawn out. So we drilled pilot holes and then we drilled screws. Pretty simple woodworking designs. Again, I'll have all kind of more detail and step-by-step on the blog at theduvalhomestead.com. We did buy wheels for the bottom like I talked about. We wanted it to roll in and out. This is a very good idea, I think, for any shelving unit that you're going to put in because you want to be able to move it, especially what if you move into another house, you want it to be mobile. We didn't use any wood glue. We just fastened everything with screws. We put screws at all the major joints. We used a miter saw. If you don't have a miter saw, you can use a Skill power hand saw. And because this is a do-it-yourself project, it's important to note that the cuts aren't totally perfect. Home Depot doesn't do a perfect job at cutting, but that's okay. You can improvise. We use scrap wood to create the upper and side shelving barriers so that when we moved the shelf in and out, things wouldn't fall over, and we could put some tall items or stack without worrying about them falling over. We used wood clamps to hold the wood together while we drill. That was really helpful. And we didn't do any paint to this, we just thought the raw wood looked fine just as it is. We used a large ruler to measure. We used a DeWalt drill bit set, a Ryobi power drill, Skill power handsaw for quick cuts. These are the caster wheels, wood clamps, and a 10-inch miter saw. Now you are going to want to probably buy extra 2x4s in case something goes wrong, so you have some extra wood. It's always a good idea. Plus it's always fun to have extra wood around because then you can do more projects. Well, I hope this helped you create your own custom garage shelf. It feels amazing to have things in your garage organized. I know it's easy sometimes to think of your garage as a place to store everything that doesn't fit in the house, but we have more and more been spending a lot of time in the garage and really making it a place that we like to be. We have a little home gym set up, we have a craft station, we have a woodworking station, and then we have this shelf now, so it's just really nice. So we actually use our garage as part of our house, which I realize not everyone does, but I hope this inspires you to create something of your own. It also just feels really good to create things. So if you're new to woodworking, this is a great first project. It's very simple, just squares. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're new to my page, make sure you subscribe and like on Facebook. Every week I post farm-to-table recipes, homesteading, and natural living from our homestead in Duval. Thank you so much for stopping by our homestead.